Hello, everybody. My name is Jim Farmer. I am the festival director of Out on Film, Atlanta's LGBTQ Film Festival. We have our third annual Spring Festival starting next week, Monday, March 17th. And we have an amazing opening night film. I'm so happy that we're opening up with a wedding banquet. Andrew Ahn is a director we've worked with so many times over the years. Spa Night. We did a screening of Fire Island with Andrew here. And then the wedding banquet. I'm so honored to be screening this film. Andrew, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us today.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me and thank you for screening the movie.
Absolutely. It was great seeing you at Sundance and congratulations on the reception and so much. So what made you want to make the wedding banquet?
Yeah, I saw the original film when I was 8 years old,
Mm.
and it was the first gay film I ever saw, and the fact that it was an Asian American film and that it also showed these queer characters with so much humanity, I think it really put me on the right track as a filmmaker, as a person. And so for those reasons, I didn't want to make the movie because it felt really daunting, and it, so personal to me. But I thought about how much has changed for the queer community since 1993, and namely that queer people can get married in the States, and that made me wonder, like why would you have a fake wedding, a fake straight wedding if you could get married as gay people? And then that led to me wondering, well, now that we can, like, do we want to? And I think that it's a big question. And then to take it the next step, this question of building family and having kids and these are conversations that I've had with my partner for many years, and I think that there's a lot of nuances to it. And I really wanted to take those modern, queer questions and explore them in this movie, for today.
This film does such a wonderful job and not just paying homage to Ang Lee's classic, but also giving this a modern touch and making it, really relevant to today's time. Can you sort of talk about that approach?
Yeah, I really wanted to hold on to the spirit of the original film and the care between the characters. What I love about that film is that the drama of the film kind of stems from these characters loving each other too much. There's not like a villain. And that was an attitude and approach that I really wanted to maintain. I co-wrote the script with James Schamus, who was the co-writer of the original screenplay and then also one of the original producers. And that process really, showed a kind of continuation, this legacy of queer film, and there's so much to be inspired by from our past to help us, continue making work in the future. And so I took what we're calling a reimagining, very seriously and with a lot of respect.
This cast, I mean, this cast is so amazing. But can you sort of talk about, putting together the ensemble? Because I mean, this is such a heavyweight cast.
It's an awesome cast. We've got Golden Globe winners, we've got Oscar winners, I love that we have different generations.
Yeah.
Our casting director Jenny Ju is incredible, and I think she should get so much, just all the flowers. We have Kelly Marie Tran. We've got Bowen Yang, we've got Lily Gladstone, just incredible actors. We have a newcomer from Korea, Han Gi-chan, who's been in BL Boys Love shows in Korea, and this is his first English language film. It's his first, when we filmed it, it was his first time in North America. Um, and then, of course, we have Joan Chen and Youn Yuh-jung. And I just find that there's so much talent, within the BIPOC community, and to be able to showcase, this depth of talent and also the chemistry between them all. I love how they really feel like a chosen family, and that to me was a real creative North Star in making the movie.
I was telling my husband Craig, it's like when we were watching, it's like the cast just feels lived in, like they've known each other for and been friends for such a long time. I mean, kudos to you.
Yeah, no, it was something that we you never totally know when you're in the casting process, but I had conversations with, each of the actors and everybody felt so generous. And I think they understood the spirit of the film and came into it, really wanting to collaborate and be vulnerable. And I think that that really adds to that familial feeling. I had each of the couples, Lily Gladstone and Kelly Marie Tran, and then Bowen Yang and Hangi Chan. I had them create secrets that only the two actors would know, that they would never tell me. And I think sometimes just that one little piece, that is just theirs, I think can add to a sense of like, oh, like they really belong.
I don't have to tell you that there's some uncertain times in our country right now, and some opposition going on. It's so great to have this film right now because it's such a happy film. But can you sort of talk about, this would be a relevant film anytime, but especially this film right now, this is something that feels so needed.
Yeah, I I can see it within, the culture. I could see it within my own family, that there's a kind of conservative backlash to the progress that's been made over the past decades. And it's really disheartening. And I think, especially when it comes to topics of family, LGBTQ people have to, really stake a claim that we deserve to have each other. We deserve to be loved. We deserve to care for each other. And, you know, I I really wanted to celebrate that in this film. And I think that um, there are kind of limitations to art to a certain extent. For me, I hope that people can come and see this movie and be vulnerable and gain strength and insight, and then go out into the world and make change. The world is really scary, and I think we have to protect ourselves often. But I think when we see a movie or encounter art, we can, feel the safety of opening up and learning something and building ourselves up, so that we can go out there and, protest and vote and participate in mutual aid. That for me is, the greater impact of art, the greater impact of this film, that I'm excited to see, how it resonates through our culture and society, and hopefully makes it a better, safer world for all of us.
You've been working in this industry for a very long time. You've had so many films. Can you sort of talk about what Fire Island did for you, creatively, professionally, personally?
Yeah, I never got to go to Fire Island before making the movie, so I got to do that. That was really fun. Um, I felt like such a fraud when I got the job, and I was very upfront. I told them, "Oh, I'm from LA. I've been to Palm Springs. I've never done Fire Island." Um, but yeah, no, I think I remember when I made my very first film, Spa Night. I was really worried that I would not be able to make a living making the films that I wanted to make, about queer and Asian people. Um, and I think, the industry's grown, and I think I'm kind of riding the wave of being able to, tell queer and Asian stories. And the fact that, we were able to, make Fire Island really showed me that, people are excited for, stories like this and want to support them, and that we have this incredible talent pool with just so many wonderful performers. Getting to work with Joel Kim Booster and Bowen Yang and Margaret Cho and Conrad Ricamora, like, this is like Asian American legacy, right? And I love that. Uh, and I think especially at that phase of the pandemic, I had so little contact with my friends, and to be able to make a film to really celebrate them, meant a lot to me. Um, and I hope, now, that people are inspired by Fire Island and get to tell, their, stories about their communities, Provincetown, I don't know, someone wants to do something. But yeah, I am, just so proud of that movie, and so proud that I've been able to continue making films that are personal to me.
Yeah, and congratulations on Bridgerton as well.
Thank you. Yeah, it's so much fun. The carriage scene I think has done a lot for me. Um, just such an honor to work with those actors, Nicola Coughlan, Luke Newton. Like I'm so happy to be part of a romance, comeback. I think it's really exciting.
When I this is my final question for you. When I think about your films, one of the things that really sticks out to me is that you know they're so character driven. Your characters always seem so three-dimensional. Can you sort of talk about your approach to creating character?
Yeah, I think part of it is really understanding um, how to bring in the actor, to let them feel ownership of the character. As much as I, put in the work with, my co-writer James on, the screenplay, uh, the actor has to give it that, humanity. And so I ask a lot of questions. I tailor it to, the actors, like thinking about Bowen Yang's character in the film, like I know he's a gamer, and so I wanted a scene where he plays, video games, and then Lily Gladstone, when we cast her, we um, changed the location of the film to Seattle because of locations. It was originally written for Los Angeles because that's where I
Okay.
grew up, but Lily grew up in Seattle, and she asked me if she could change the name of her character. It was previously Liz to now Lee, as a homage to Princess Angeline, who's the daughter of Chief Seattle, the Duwamish chief who Seattle is named after. And just that personalization, I think, really was special for Lily, and I think gave that character just more humanity. Very funny. We later found out that because she changed her name to Lee, the two characters in this couple, Angela and Lee, it feels like an homage to Ang Lee, and it was a total accident, like total coincidence.
Yeah.
Um, but it was one of those things where, what, actually, like it feels kind of faded. And so that kind of holistic process with your actors and how you bridge, the character written on the page to who ends up on screen. That's a process I really believe in.
Congratulations. Okay, Blicker Strait's The Wedding Banquet opens around the country April 18th. I am so honored that it will be our opening night film at our spring festival at Adult Film next week, March 17th. Andrew, as always, it's been a pleasure. Congratulations. And it's been such a pleasure working with you over the years. And congratulations on all that's happening right now.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. It was wonderful talking to you.
Yep. Bye.